Fabrizio Poli is in the British city of Manchester. He's an aviation analyst. Fabrizio, has it ever been this bad?
No, it hasn't. And as I always say, and as it says in the airline industry, airplanes make money when they're in the sky. They cost money when they're on the ground. When you hear airlines like Ryanair and EasyJet going to ground their whole fleets, when you see Lufthansa cancel 90% of their long-haul flights, this is not good for the airline industry. Already an industry that runs on a fine line in order to make any profit, and you start grounding the airplanes for even just a week, it's really, really bad.
Yeah, I understand the boss of Virgin, Richard Branson, has written to the British government talking about some sort of loan or some sort of financial package that will safeguard the UK's airlines. What's the situation here? How do you think this is going to work in terms of the hit that you're describing airlines are taking and what governments can do and whether they even have a responsibility to safeguard the future of airlines? Are these private enterprises? Not many of them are state-owned, really, are they?
No, most of the airlines these days are actually private, apart from those ones in the Middle East and some in China and that, which are still government-owned. I mean, even AirAsia over in the Far East is now owned by a private entity. So most of these companies are private. I mean, governments bail them out, help them out. Where's the money going to come from? My question is, yes, we can continue printing money as they do. But, at the end of the day, they're making all this noise over a virus which so far has killed very few people. The reaction that we're getting economically is like this virus is killing millions of people worldwide. It isn't. And so my question is, I mean, all these people now, they're going to be out of work. I mean, SAS, Scandinavian Airlines, are talking about laying off 90% of their employees. How are these people going to make money to put food on the table?
Sorry, Fabrizio, just be brief if you don't mind. Do you think some airlines are using the coronavirus as an excuse to slim their operations down? Is that a possibility?
Yes, certainly. I mean, a lot of airlines are mismanaged. And so some could sort of blame the coronavirus on the fact that business isn't going too well. But at the end of the day, if you aren't putting people on the seats, if the airplanes aren't flying and they're sitting on the ground, you've got to pay the leasing costs, you've got to pay the crew, you've got to pay for the hangar, the engineers. All these people need to be paid. And yes, okay, you can lay them off, but then how are these people going to eat? So it's a knock-on effect which is devastating for the whole industry.
Fabrizio, thank you so much. Fabrizio Poli, aviation analyst in Manchester.